Am I alive? YouTube is so shitty. YouTube can be so shitty when you have to. Am I alive? Okay, I am. Let's go finally. So what are we going to do? We will set up neovim from scratch. How do you do it? In 2026, when you have so many things out there, so many options to choose from, so many things to do, and why even use neovim? Because freedom. Neovim gives you freedom. You can make your editor work in the way you want, not in the way how it has been given to you by these corporations who just want to suck money from you for no fucking reason. Hi, I'm Soul. Let's do it. So, the way we are going to set up neovim is, see, there are many ways to do it. What I want to do is to compile from source. So first you have to visit the GitHub repository. You search for GitHub neovim. There you go. The first thing you should do is to respect the people who made this tool and say star. Then you have to find this section. See, this is what I'm looking for. Install from source. You can install it from package managers as well, but installing it from source will give you the latest of what is there in neovim. Now, before that, you need to install the build dependencies for your machine. If you're using, let's say, if you're on Windows, then you have to follow these steps, and if you're on Linux, which makes you super based, you can follow, wait, there should be a section of Ubuntu, Debian, Arch. If you don't have a wife, you can go for Arch, but as someone who has a family, I will choose this option for Ubuntu or Debian. So what are these? If you see, these are build systems. CMake, curl, build essential is just going to give you all the tools necessary to compile stuff in your machine. You can open up the default terminal. I am using a special one called as Vester. So first step you should do is install these packages. I already have them, so there is no need for me to do it. But yes, after this step, you should have the build dependencies installed on a machine. Okay, next step is to clone the repository. Git clone. There is something so beautiful about the way neovim works. Thing about Vim is Vim key bindings, keyboard centric development. Now, the way I will set up neovim is something different. Different in the sense I will try to come up with configuration that is well suited to my needs. And I will also try to use the latest way of doing stuff in neovim, which is not even out there for the stable branch. It is only in the development branch, and that can change depending upon the way the developers decided, but we will see. So navigate into the directory, you can see there are multiple files. There's something called as build.zig. See, I also wanted to try to build the project using Zig, but for the time being, I'm gonna stick with the C compiler. So, see, I don't want a stable release. That is why I'm not going to check out the stable branch. Alright, but what I want to do is to use this make command. So, you copy it, and then instead of release with debug info, you simply say release. So this is where neovim is getting compiled for your machine, for your CPU, for your architecture. Isn't that great? You're not downloading something as a binary from the internet. You are setting it up for your machine. And I really like to see what is happening behind the scenes. See, I'm not a systems developer, but I am really intrigued by the way this tool works, because neovim gives me joy when I'm writing code. And all of the other programming tools which I have used, I'm talking about these IDEs, let it be Visual Studio Code, Sublime, PyCharm, or IntelliJ, etc. They just don't feel like tools who belong to you. On the other hand, neovim, you can configure it, you can mend it the way you want you to be. Since they also added tree setter support, you can see tree setter libraries are also getting compiled. How much battery do I have? 25%. I think I should be okay. You can also ask, why am I using Kali in 2026 when you have Arch Linux, when you have Omarchi, when you have NixOS, etc. Well, there are two reasons. First, I want this channel. Well, initially I wanted this channel to be security specific. When I say security, I mean cyber security. I also wanted to stream, so I decided to install Kali. That's it. Second reason is Debian. Comparatively, Debian is less breaking because they are more conservative when it comes to releasing stuff. So, what do I mean by that? Arch, if you're using, it's going to break a lot. Because see, I have this habit of keeping things up to date. But that is a double-edged sword. it will hurt you in a way that if you have been using a tool with some specific config and some developer out in the world decides to change it, and now you and when you pull that thing in your device, you might have configured it maybe in some hacky way that can break. That can break your productivity, that can break whatever you were trying to do. And that sucks. You can also see there is a hash attached. I think it tells you which version of the I think this hash should correspond to the latest commit hash. A AE05 AE05C 52416. Now this tells you that using the latest version of neovim. Over 1700 developers worked on this. Over 40% Vim script, 30% Lua. Zig is, I think, just for this. You can install or maybe set up the project using Zig. It's highly likely my stream will lag because my CPU usage is 100%. There you go. Okay, these are just some warnings. It doesn't really matter. Your next step is sudo make install. There you go, you have neovim installed now. You can check it out. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, see, it tried to install a config which I already had. I will do this, I will delete that. We will start fresh because I really wanted to make a new config. Local share state. What else? Cache. Huh. There you go. This is what you are presented with when you have finally installed neovim. Insane. First thing you should do is check help if you want to really learn neovim, but today you will learn it, let's say, the way I use it. So yeah, let's go. So I have a starting config. What I really tend to do is have it already present with me. So what we will do, one by one, we will try to understand what commands mean what at what place. I hope it made sense. So you first have to go to config, and then you have to create your own nvim directory. Go to nvim and then create a file init.lua. Open this file. You can open it up with using neovim. Alright, so first thing which I really like to do is wait, you can ignore what I'm doing right now if you don't already know what I'm doing. So in your init.lua you can have, okay, it is not connected to my keyboard, sorry, not my keyboard but my mouse, touchpad. Okay, can I open it side by side? Because I would have loved it. Split. Does Western Krill scroll back? Swap a pane. Split horizontally. Split vertically. Huh, this is what I want. Okay, this works at least. I'll be able to see what I'm typing at what place. So on the top you have some base config which I have already written. I'll explain it to you what it means. Okay, where were we? Init.lua. So it says I have a swap file. I can ignore it, by the way, for the time. So first you do is set up the key maps. This is just something which I use on a day-to-day basis. You can totally avoid it. So what it does, it will map the keys JK and KJ if you press it in the insert mode, and it corresponds to JK. There was a restart. Huh. Huh. Why didn't did not work for some reason? Why does it say I have an error? Okay, so let's say Control C. Okay, Control C. Paste doesn't work. Will it work? Okay, it doesn't work. Where should I open this in? Genie? Do I have Genie? I should have planned this properly. The fact that my keyboard doesn't work. Let's make the keyboard work first. Sudo install xscl. oops, apt install XSL. Okay, it's already installed. Okay, should also install JQ. It's just something I wanted to do. Yeah, okay, so I have keyboard. I have, sorry. What was the command to set up? Really forgot. Clipboard. Yep. vim.o.clipboard unnamed plus. So vim.o. unnamed plus. So if I copy something, will it be copied from my clipboard? Let's see. Okay, it doesn't look like it is. Control Shift C. Let's do this. Why am I opening that in any other editor? I can just open this file in neovim. If I yank it, okay, it worked now. Yep. Okay, finally. So I needed these two things. If I should restart, yep. Now finally I got it working. Finally. So this is just something I need. You can ignore these two lines at the top, but you can start with this at least. Enable the clipboard first if you are on Linux, because it will hurt you if you don't. Okay, what now? Next thing which I should do is okay, I'll just use these settings, use these commands. And if I could remember what they do. So win border sets a border in your hover docs. In water hover docs, whenever you do Shift K, if you're using an LSP, it will show the borders. It will have a border on those hovers. If it doesn't make sense, it is fine. You'll know it when you use it. So what I like to do is I will keep this at the bottom, and it's fine if I don't have any spaces, but let it be. So see, I want number lines, I want relative number lines. I also set like wrap to false. Swap file, I don't want swap files. See, earlier you saw warning. It was related to the swap files, and then I set up the leader key to be the space. Undo file, I've set it up as true. Write backup, I can't remember what they were about. Hidden is just supposed to tell you what library functions. No, you can check for help, and you can search for something like maybe what do you have, vim.o.hidden, right? So you can do help. There you go. vim.o. Hmm. Anyways, expand tab and increment search. Funny enough, I don't remember what they do, but you can search for it. Okay, let's do a restart and see how does it look. Okay, already better. You have this line which tells you something at the end. This is specific to again my needs. Why do I need an 80 character line? Because I really like to keep my code restricted to 80 character length. Okay, so now that we have defined these values, let's move on to the next things. Okay, so this is something which you may need it, you might not need it, but this just helps you render special characters. That is, if you have a space, it will show you what you have entered as space, tab, or denoted by. Okay, currently I think it is using spaces for tabs. This is the part where you will actually set up the album. So see, before that, let's try to make neovim transparent. I think I should do it at the last. I should just start with setting neovim. The proper. Okay, first thing we need is a good color scheme. So again, vague is a really good color scheme which goes very well if you are trying to make your terminal transparent. So I think we should take that at the last. Because we also want our setup to look good. It should not just work, it should also look good. One second. I had to find my charger. Is it charging or is it not? Okay. Where were we? We were trying to set up something. Okay, so next what I'll do, vim.pack.add. This is the new way, the new proper way of adding packages to neovim. Like this is how they tell you to do it now. So we are going to do the same thing, and when you have done it, what you need to do is you can say, okay, I think there should be a First let it install the package. Now that it is installed, I will check what I need to add. Oil, here it is. So what this does, these lines, what they do is first you will load the oil package and you will set up some things. Indentation is wild right now, but let it be. We will fix it later. This is the default indent width right now, and we will try to fix it. Or maybe we can fix it right now. Okay, let's just do it. Let's fix the indent. Now there are packages out there which can help you have this indent. But what I tend to do is I will have an auto command which will run. Auto command is just like an event listener. And whenever I open a file with some extension, I set up my expand tab, shift width, and tab stop and stop tab value based on that. I got this idea, I'm not sure what I was doing, but this is something I came up with. So this piece of code does that. I'll share this config in my GitHub repository. You can have a look later. Let's remove comments, like you don't need them. So see, this is very granular if you think about it. It can look a little, well, there are ways you can make this config smaller, but usually if you're a developer, you will come across these files and you don't need anything more than that. See, for the timing, I'll remove the indentation so that once neovim opens up again, I can set the indentation properly next time. Okay, let me open neovim again. Now if I do tab, this should properly work. Yes, there you go. It is following the Lua, this line, where I said use the expand tab value to true, shift width should be 2, tab stop should be 2, and soft tab stop should be 2. Now why are there 3 config values for related to indentation? You can search about that separately. Oh, because I'm not sure on that, what they do exactly. I've just made them work. I actually forgot, that's why. Okay, if I reopen and Vim, now my oil config also work. Now what is oil? Oil is a really good alternative to your file explorer. It's super convenient because you can use neovim key bindings because it's just a buffer, and it works exactly like a neovim buffer. What am I saying? What I mean to say is that you can use neovim related things on your file system, which makes it very powerful. Okay, now that we have a good indentation, let's move on to the next package. What next package should I really use? Tree sitter, oil, LSP config. Huh. We can start with LSP config. See, LSP config will help you set up. See, if you're super granular with your language servers, you want them to work the way you want them to work exactly the way you want, then you can avoid using this LSP config package. You can set up language server settings on your own, which is what I will try to do here. I will try not to use this package. Huh. Okay, so see, let's do this. I can remove these packages. These are something which I took from my repositories. You won't be able to see these because again, these are specific to me. You don't need these packages, but everything except that is something you should have. Alright, so now we will copy these two lines and we will speak config. Let's do this. Let's copy all of them. NVIM CMP grug for I do need grug for. Okay, let's copy till fugitive from LSP config till fugitive. I'll add a space here so that we know what packages did we add. Now if I just hit a restart, it will install these packages. Nice. Now do I have anything with me? Okay, I have to require them for them to work. So this is vague, this is oil, this is LSP setup. This is where you should start. I'll tell you what do they really mean. Pilot and LSP buffer path. Yes. So this is where you will set up NVIM CMP. Now let's see. No, let's go and see what do these lines even mean. So I'm setting something related to snippets, then I'm setting something related to completion, then something related to documentation, and then there is some key bindings I'm adding here. I'll remove this part. I'll tell you what does it really mean later. These are more things related to the completion engine. So NVIM CMP is what will give you those hover documentation, like just how you get it in VS Code. Okay, so if I again, let me see if it works. Huh. This is great. See, you already have something working now. My buffer completion is working, so if I type anything, I will be able to see buffer completions. And to be honest, buffer completion is the most powerful feature in my opinion, because whenever you're typing stuff, you don't want to type out the things you have already typed before. It's especially helpful in programming. And these three lines which I said, this decides the order in which the completion will have recommendations. So buffer completion will come at the top, and then you will have LSP based completion, then path based completion. I read Copilot before because I tend to use Copilot, and I really don't want to use it maybe on this machine. We'll see. So see, now we have set up uh, CMP related stuff. What do we need now? Okay, fugitive. Do we have fugitive involve? Okay, I think this is a good time. You should get in it. Your config. Starting conf should be fine. Great. Okay, so see, I still don't have a language server working for me. So what I will do, I will add these lines. What are they? vim.lsp.enable. Well, this is where you set up your actual LSP based stuff. what, what did I really say? It might not make sense to somebody who is watching this for the first time. Okay, let me try. So next, what I should do is wait. I'm trying to keep this config very minimal. That is, to not have stuff which I should not require. Okay, let's do this. See, it's especially helpful if you want to keep your config minimal. You can use this package, which is like LSP config is what I'm talking about. It will have defaults already present for you. What kind of defaults? Related to your language server is what I'm trying to say. Let's do it. Let's just keep this package. This config will become very, it's already around 138 lines, but yeah, it will become bigger if I start adding specifics of the, wait, let's do this. Let's just search, for example, gdtls lsp config neovim. What is that piece of code which is added by nvim lsv config? Is what I mean to see. And then there is one more package in Java. This is really want to do Java based development. We'll see if I can add it later. Because see, this works well if you're using Blink or well, I'll see how does it relate or how does it work with description for lazy vim. Anyways, I'll switch to Java maybe later. Should I really be doing personal stuff in this profile? I should not. I will not use Java. We'll stick to maybe recreational programming only for this channel. Okay, anyways, forget what I said. I changed my mind. I will not add this LSP config package. I'm trying to keep this config as minimal I can for the purpose of me trying to rely as less as I can on these packages. Right, so anyways, let's move on with what we were doing. So LSP config is not what we are going to include, so we will add the LSP config manually, and how we can do that is with this. I think this should work, like what I am about to do. JDTLS. Okay, where is the this part, view whole config. You should actually bookmark this. This is a great way of learning neovim if you really want to go deep into how neovim actually works. What the heck? GitHub, why you must do this to me? Okay, it worked. What? The amount of time it took just to load that page, what was wrong with that? Is this React? It smells like React. The fact that it took around 10 to 15 seconds for this page to render just tells you what front end has become in 2026. Okay. Don't tell me this doesn't work. JDTLS, come on. Where is Java? Can't find Java. Finally I found it. So okay, what does it do? Just give me the config. Vim.lsp. Okay, language server Java important. If you want to enable this Java material is highly recommended. All you need is, if all your diagnosis, completion, imports, go to informatic and some code actions, you can keep reading here. For manual installation, you can download precompiled binaries from the official site. Okay, JDTLS. You also pass extra custom JVM arguments with the JDTLS in one variable with space separate list of arguments will be converted into multiple JVM arg. Okay. For example, Lombok support if you want Lombok support. GDT offer automatic installation. You can use the following unofficial installers launchers under your own risk. I don't want that. Nah, I don't want that. Vim.lsp.enable JDTLS and then vim.lsp.enable JDTLS. Those are same commands. Root markers. Default config. Yes, this is what I want. Give me default config. What's the default config you're passing in for Java? And this is what you should do. You can add this piece of code directly in your what do you have in your config. which makes the most sense if you think about it. Like you can either download a package or you can just have everything right in front of you. This is how I am trying to build this config at least. But yeah, it is fine. For these, I don't need. I don't need to know how oil works internally. It's just that for LSPs, I want to have the most amount of control I can. HTMX, HTML, you have all of these languages. So what I will try to have at least these things working. See, it's 2026. You don't need CSS modules and CSSLX. All you need is just Tailwind. Lua, you do need. JDTLS is also not what I'm looking for. Rust, of course, but nah, I'm not gonna use Rust Analyzer. I'll stick to compiler. Let me think. Where do I really need? Go, please. Of course. Go and TypeScript. Let's go for DinoLS. Okay. Let's do one thing. I will keep just maybe Pylizer and Go, please. Pylizer because of Python, ClangD for C++. I'm thinking if I should add it because I really don't want to write C++ code. It makes my. I mean, it's 2026. If you're writing C++, you are old. Lua LS is something we definitely need. Tailwind. Okay, Go please and Tailwind. Alright, what should I do? Pylizer. Biome is also fine because it is Rust based. CMake and ClangD. Okay, let's remove CMake. Let's keep Clang. So I will do this. I will copy these, put it here, and just pass in servers. So that I can use this variable later on. Okay. Now what I should do is I should install Lua language Lua ls. How do I install Lua ls? Install Lua ls. See, I'm not going to use Basin because I don't want another package on my machine for no reason at all. What I want is to have full native support, but man, it really is asking me. Install this Lua extension. No. Maybe I can reverse engineer it the way Mason does it for Lua. There should be something. ASDF maintained by the community install methods. Okay, ASDF installation instructions. Oh nice, I did not see. Scoop mise in place. Okay, can I just build from scratch? Make. What if I really do it? If you're receiving compiler error, you need to install. Similarly, you can try running the following command. I'm really thinking if I should use Mise because I already have cargo with me. I can use, I can rely on Mise. It will set up global language server with ease for me. Okay, let me do something. Debian command alternative. Okay, apt-get. Let's check first. See, if you're using Linux, you should not do an apt update because it will fuck your machine if you really do it. Huh. See, this is why you should not rely. Okay, I think maybe I should have added Kali. Apt install. Nope. Okay, let's first check if I do get an error, because if I don't, then there is no point. Okay. Good. Lua language server. Make. Come on. Okay, let's see how much spike I will get. It's cloning all the submodules, subdependencies. See, you don't need these steps. Honestly, you can just go with the hardware way. What am I saying? The binary way of doing stuff, but it just gives me joy when I'm compiling it for my machine. Maybe by heart I'm a Gentoo user. There you go. I hope there are no build errors or maybe compilation errors, because if they come, I'll be fucked. Okay, ran 110 tests, 2 skipped, 108 successes. Okay, did find libstd C++. I think maybe it was installed from build essentials. What the fuck is Skynet? What part? What did I really compile on my machine? See, this is why you should see what you're installing. Just checking the source code just tells you so much about the stuff which you use. Unless you're a Microsofter. This machine is not that powerful. I can only do one thing at a time. The CPU is Celeron. And yeah, this should be enough when I set the CPU is Celeron. It's just a cheap streaming device which I wanted to have. Anyways, I should have planned it. What the fuck? Why is that? What the fuck is this? Why why are there Japanese text on my machine? I have no idea what is being installed. What? I don't know. Baby, I'm installing something from somewhere. There is Japanese text. Can you see this? ये दिख रहा है वहां से देखो देखो Japanese it's Japanese. I have no idea. I was trying to install something. This is insane. Let me check what does it mean. Meanwhile, it is installing. Okay, I have to be careful I don't hit Control C. This is insane. It is compiling it from a machine, and you can see how much CPU is being used right now. I'm pretty sure it is build. It says somewhere. It says like linking or building. I wish I knew Japanese. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I think it's in the build. Ben, let's go. Lua language server version. Okay, I think how should I see? Maybe it is fine if I can keep the path the way it is. Path to the Lua language server. Okay, now that if I have it, then what? Okay, quick start. Command. lsp.config file type. .lsp. Okay. I got it. I got it. This is so exciting. This is so exciting because I've never done it this way, but definitely it's my first. Where should I enable them is what I'm thinking of. Where did I do it? vim.lsp.enable. I think I can go with maybe here vim.lsp.enable lua ls and what should be the config lua underscore ls. Yep. Before that I should add the lsp config. This piece of code is going to help me. Okay, command line to start the server. File type sets the workspace directory. Root markers are. But how does it identify? First, you have to check specific things you should send to the server. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna start with just this because that binary is not added to the global. It's not added to my global, you can say. GRA is like definition. Is mapped to this, is mapped to this. Okay, you can I'll see if I can make this better because I'm using only func buffer local default. Huh. Okay, let's be quick start. This is insane how neovim does it. It's great. I had Ninja, I had C++ 17, I guess. Okay, what now? I'm not sure it's gonna work directly, but I'm trying. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work directly. Yeah, I was sure. See, because I do need a path to the language server. Like, where is it installed? This is essentially what I mean to say. Let me search for Lua ls. Lua ls. This part here. This is what I was looking for. Okay. So you have root markers and then command file types. Code length semicolon disable. Root markers 1, root markers 2. I don't want to add that to my well, let's do this. Git repos, Lua language server, and then bin with sudo build bin okay, pwd, where is it? I can add this to the path. Let me try it that way. Vim.zshrc zshnv zshin. How do I add stuff to zshnv? Is it export? Maybe it is fine if I just do an export. Export path is equal to path : So see, this is my home. Home. Wait, wait. Git repos. There you go. Build. Bin. Yep. This is what I was looking for, and I can add this here. This should for Lua language server. Let's go. Let me do a hit save. This should see. What the fuck? What? Cannot open version. Okay, it is there. I can see. So let's go. Okay, it's in path now. I can quit this part. Okay, maybe because I need to restart my config file. Okay. Config and vim. Wait, what the fuck? Come on. I need to see my Lua language server working. It's not working for some reason. Huh, what did I do wrong? Take that and put it somewhere else, maybe before or just after my config. Can I add it after my config? I think I can. Lua ls. This is specific to Lua. Huh. It doesn't work for some reason. Let me ask Cloud. I gotta ask it now. Cloud Opus. Cloud. Maybe I should not. I have not configured Crush for this machine. rm rf.crush. Okay, I don't. Nope. So why doesn't my Lua ls work? Can you check? I am using v12. Also check if Lua language server is correctly installed in my machine. Let's see what Claude has to say. For what? What the fuck are you trying to do? Removed the line and trying to add it. What is this, Claude? What? Root markers should be a flat list of strings, not nested tables. Oh, okay. Okay, retry. Okay, my bad, so. Nice. Come on, I need it working. I need that working. Fuck. It doesn't work. Oh no, it doesn't work. What did I do wrong? Okay, it said it should have worked. In neovim version 12. Check if my Lua server is correctly in my path. What you did, me to still doesn't work. Check if the which I have written my config is correct. Huh. If it worked, I would just stop writing code. Hey, that didn't work. Maybe it is still loading. Okay, LSB. Wait, what the hell? Why it doesn't work? Why doesn't it work? Check health. Active buffers. No active clients. Lua_rc.json. Lua_rc.json. Do I really need lua_rc.json? Because I already have Git. Huh. Give c.json for this project. I'll just ask. Okay, then still it should have worked. Okay, you have added one. Nah, it still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. It still doesn't fucking work. My LSP still doesn't work. Fix it. Immediately in the same directory as the binary, the binary isn't finding. Yo, what the what the? What? Can you really add a path to okay you can add it. That is what I was looking for. This CMD file, this CMD command. Alright, it says it should be working now, but let me check. Come on, make it work. Let's go. It's finally working. Web.lsp.enable. At least it's working now. Okay, so it was in the bin. It was in the bin. It was in bin. It was not. It was not at some other place. Nice. Finally got it working. So next what I should do is I should remove the incorrect path which I set up in Mazish RC. This is not required here. Maybe I should. It's fine if I don't globally export my packages because I don't need them somewhere else. Okay, controller. How do I shortcut to clear? Is there any? Okay, control L. Hey, oh my god. I was not aware of this up until now because I never bothered. Okay, turn off YOLO mode because I need to see what changes are being made. Okay, so this is still my base. No, don't kill. Folder. This is my reference, right? At least this is working. Language setting is what I mean to say. I have Lua JIT. I mentioned it that it should respect, but see, there you go. It's not able to find the exact thing, but it's okay. I guess at least I have some autocomplete. Okay, so see what it says is that I have to find this config at the top and vim.lsp. I think there was a way I can see. Do I need inlay hints? This line. These two lines are what I am looking for. So I'll copy them back in my configs. Web.opt. See, if you're triggered by the fact that I used AI, you should not be. It's a great tool. See, I could have spent a good amount of time figuring out why my config did not work, but guess what? These agents, they did it for me. I'm still enjoying the code I'm writing, but so anyways, again, if you open it, you should have your config. Okay, nice. Now we have some autocomplete. If you just need to work with Lua, this is enough. Honestly, this is enough. And this is what I have defined for myself. And what neovim suggests, I think they've added an R in between, but I don't like that because this is how I want things to work. I'm gonna use GD instead of GRD. So yeah. Anyways. See, GH, you can search for, instead of Shift K, you can do GH. It's going to do the same. You can do GR to check the references. There you go. You find a quick list of all the references. And if I try to remove something, wait, did I forget to add those commands? No, I add them. Okay, leader D. Why it doesn't work? Because did I define my leader key? Okay. This should be below this because I've defined my leader key just above that. That's why order matters here. What I mean to say. If I comment this out, what will happen? It still works. By the way, it still works. That is, you have this really file type, but see, if you have a, what kind of values do I have for, where is LSP? Okay, buffer complete. I think I added the order where buffer complete comes first. Huh. Do I need to add a single here? This is single and that was rounded. Okay, this makes sense. Second is runtime. Function. This is super nice. The way this is working. GI, GD, G equals. Okay, I can also do LSP format. Does it work? Yeah, because at some places I'm using single quotes, but some other places I'm not using single quotes. So this is good, by the way. With these many packages having this config, I think I'm doing pretty okay. Okay, at the same time, check my custom indent config. Is it correct? Let me verify it because I added it on a vim, but it should be okay. Your is correct. It will work a few observations. One might improve, you could simplify. 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 What does it say? Okay, let me first allow it. Some starter config of making Lua bank server working properly. Made work proper. Made, yep, this is a better commit message. Huh. Okay, insane stuff the way all of this is working. I think there should be a key binding for me to enable LSPs. What do you think? Huh. I will be back in a moment. All right, let's move on. So we got our language server working, but what I really wanted is to bind everything to a key map, because see, this entire process of LSP taking over is a time taking stuff. So and I want LSPs to start only on a key bind. Can you add a leader to cell to toggle LSPs? Okay, what is it trying to do? It's trying to add lower LS stop client silent true. Okay, I'll allow it. This should be already updated. See, and I also do not like to have this description defined here. Let me remove that part, because this is just what I can say, noise to my eyes. Okay, where is it? Did I remove that part? NVIM auto pierce. DSC. Okay, nice. I think I removed it for my sake. Maybe command edit. What does it mean? Restart. It says it is deprecated. Okay, let it load. Yo, what the hell? Huh? Wait. Huh. What was wrong? Okay. Wait. What did it add? It's trying to add control. Click or space to expand. Local clients. Number of clients is greater than 0. vim.lsp.stop client. vim.lsp.stop client is deprecated. Client.stop. Okay, from the way it looks like leader L will stop else. But this is not, I think, how I want it to work though. I want a toggle. It doesn't look like a toggle. Yes. Claude, come on. I'm burning tokens. LSP enable is false. This LSP enable is true. Then it enables the LSP. I'm not sure it's gonna. Are you sure? Sure this will work? Shouldn't you be using vim.g as a state instead? You're right, of course. The Lord have mercy. Okay. Should I add Copilot? I think I can add, but it's okay if I don't do it right now. How far? It's almost 2 hours. How do you log? Forgot the way you log. Log vim.log. No, what was it? Vim.print. With log level. It doesn't understand you. What the hell? Add vim.print with log level warn to tell to show messages about toggle. Maybe I can add Copilot here, but I've generally found Copilot to be very ass. That's why I don't want to rely on Copilot. Instead, I want to see Copilot works well if you've already written a log before. But making initial stuff, writing stuff from the scratch, Copilot does a very shitty job. And Copilot being another dependency is not something I'm looking for. Okay, alright, this should work. Huh. There is nothing attached here. LSB enabled. Okay, this should work. LSB disabled. Is it gonna work? Hell no, it doesn't work. Let's fucking go. LSB enabled. Vim dot. Vim dot. What do we have here? We don't know what do we have here. Even though we do have a language server, it doesn't work because it's not correctly fetching the documentation. Okay. For Vim properly. I think I might have to install that LazyDev plugin, which was developed by Folky, but nah, I'm not looking forward to do that. Well, at least not right now. Okay. Okay, what should I do? What should I do now? What should I do now? Okay, add a similar log when my indent settings are applied to the buffer. Add a similar log when my indent settings have applied to the buffer. Let's see. Let's go soft. Width is 2. This is insane. This is insane. Exactly how I need it to work. Format. What are you saying, no language matching servers? Undefined global. This is great. It tells me for markdown it has set it to be 4. This is great. This is more like a status of what I'm getting. Exactly what I was looking for. True or false. Insane stuff. And I think by default it should be true. If it is enabled, then else don't enable. Then I think vim.ga.enable I should keep this be should true. Yep. So see, by default it should not be enabled. enabled by default. Only when I need it should be enabled. That's what I mean. Disabled, but LSP.enable. Lower is true, and then lower is false. Nice. Now I think I should also, maybe I can have a function. Enable servers. I can add a function which will enable servers for all the. Now, should I be having a way to turn off servers based upon what I'm doing? Because sometimes I need biome if I'm writing web code. Sometimes I don't, because TypeScript language server, it keeps, what I can say, it keeps, it will always turn off. So, anyways, but this will work if you have stuff installed. It won't work if you don't have it. So, and I think for my markdown files also I need shift width to be 2. Two spaces is what I'm looking for. Why, you might ask? Because this gives me leader L. Oh shit, I can't use leader L. Because I have to use grapple, right? That's why. Maybe I can. But again, see, Shift L. I think leader L is fine because it is Shift, which is like leader and Shift are like separate spaces, so should be okay here. So by default, it's going to be off. And I should add something like this here. The LSP enabled, LSP enabled, LSP disabled, and then for my indent, yes, this is nice. This was nice actually. Indent, insane. This tells me now what. See, by default I have this buffer complete, which not only gives me speed, but I have something already ready. So I can explore around the code base in whatever way I want, but then when you really need LSP, you can hit space L, and now you can also see stuff. For example, this sweet hover documentation. Nice. And now when you're done with it, you disable it. This will free up your resources, and you can move around pretty fast. Now also I can try to check if I can first see if lower LS is really installed in your machine, because it is highly likely it won't be, right? Because this config is tied to my machine, and yeah, it says LSP low LS timer because I did not enable it. GL. What was that? GH is this? GD. Okay. This just works. I'm glad it works. Huh. Did it really work? I'm not sure. Swirl JavaScript, blah blah blah. See, this is especially useful for somebody who is trying to read a lot of stuff. YAML use swirled. Python is 4 spaces, Lua is 2, Go is 4, C, CPP, Rust. Java, I'm like deciding to be 2. It's just my personal preference, and I think Go also should be decided to do. But like Go reads better if you. It's just opinionated. I don't fucking care. Anyways, now it's a good point to maybe have this toggle LSP on demand. This is actually the best thing I ever wrote. Having this is insane. I'm not even letting it start if you think about it. Just disable it and there you go. The hover docs just no longer work. And I'm fine with the errors. I would rather see an error than it silently fail. Okay, so we have Lua LS properly installed. GDTLS. Which battery do I have? It's still getting charged. Okay, I think I can save this tab. Else I can close. Alright. I can restart. Now see, this is pretty light. You don't have annoying LSP. See, when you turn it on, it immediately shows what's wrong with your config, and then you can hit LSP disabled, and then it should go away. Yep. Alright, what else should I do now? Now I need a good way to search through the files. Tree setter context, do I really need it? Okay, first maybe let's turn on tree setter support, which is native to neovim now. And the way I'll do this is this. First you start the tree setter. Okay, maybe I can add it. Here, because see, will tree setter make can I just have a function leader T will Turn on tree sitter. Leader T can toggle tree sitter. Leader L can toggle LSP. See, tree sitter is good if you see. Personally, I think it is bloat. In my humblest opinion, I'd rather not enable it because it is fine if I don't have syntax highlight. I'd rather read text. So I'd keep it as it is. I don't want to trace it or config by the way. Maybe it can help me to figure out the context where I'm in, but yeah, I'm not gonna. I wanted to try it. Alright, so what packages did I not install yet? They will be, one of them is something called as grapple. But before that, I would install other things. Let me show you what do I mean by that. I'm not going to use install fidget because fidget doesn't work well with transparency. Render markdown maybe no. Okay, also not gonna install render markdown as well. Like I just need like plain vanilla render markdown files. Grapple is something which I think I really need. Mini and Vim. It's a chunky. It's pretty. What I can say. Heavy. This mini and Vim. If you're adding the whole searcher. Mini and Vim fuzzy search. Mini.fuzzy. How am I using my okay, it is mini.pick. Pick pairs, pick an extra. Pairs, pick an extra is like what I'm looking for. Okay, fine, I'll add it. Media.nvim itself, I don't think so. It loads the entire what I can say, the entire file, the entire module, the entire Lua module. So let's see how it goes. We'll set up mini. So this will be local mini dot wait mini pairs and then mini extra. Yep, I need these lines, so I will add them here. This is where you set up mini pairs, mini pick and mini extra. And what I would need is something like this. This is diagnostics for and I can just start it here. Mini extra is already set up. Restart, yes. Let's go. It already is working. Now if I do this and then I enable the LSP, it should give me lead SD. Let's go. See, this is as lightweight I can get, and in it, okay, see, it has a minor drawback where you cannot, what I can say, where you can't use in the key bindings which I have defined. For example, this JK to escape map doesn't work well, but I think it's a small price to pay, at least in this case. Okay, so I also have this working where you have mini pairs, and since I have mini pairs, I can also have a mini status line. I think, what was the mini status? Will it work? Fuck. It did not work. So wait, let me check what's the mini stateless line. Mini.stateless line, I think that's the name of it. NVIM lower line is one other package, but status line is something which is already good. Mini status line. See, this is what I love. If I'm making small edits, I don't want LSP to be enabled. Let's go. See, this is now it has started to look like okay, see there is an L plus. It tells me that the LSP has been attached, right? If I disable it, how long does it take? See, it's not there anymore. Right? Isn't it great? Because this entire mini package will replace so much more this do Rekonowski. It is insane how much stuff he has done. Min max, media.surround, sessions, jump 2D, jump ANI, icons. Okay, I can also add mini icons. I think I should add it. Mini icons is something which is really good. I mean, it gives you a really good support for icons. Yep. To enable this. See, although I already have icons, I'm not sure where is it taking it from. It must be falling back to somewhere, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Okay, so next what I should do is let me see more mini snippets, mini operators. Pick anything is good. I have to see more. Okay, file system, right? So see, there is an alternative file system to oil, but I'm good with oil. Something just gives me joy when I'm using oil. Mini completion. Okay, Mini also has a completion plugin, but see, I'm going to stick with NVIM CMP, mini starter, split join, HL pattern. This tool is insane. Bracketed, animate, assets. What is it? Assets to be used in other repositories for space there. Mini notify, mini.move, mini.keymap, mini tabline. Good stuff, but you don't need all of those things. You can pick and choose what you need. Okay, so we're good with the things here. See, this is actually insane. If I can just if you have more RAM, you can go with this, but if you don't have much RAM, I would probably say not to enable and disable LSB on demand, because although it would free some RAM from your machine, but maybe some CPU cycles as well. So, yeah, I mean, anyways, we should move on. What else? What else? What else do we need in our config? Grapple. Hmm. Grapple is something which I've always found to be a really good library. Sorry, plugin. I mean, it's an alternative to what the Primogen made, and it works really well. And I'm like pretty happy with what it does. It doesn't rely on a plenary, which is a core dependency for. Although, see, Harpoon is fast. But it's okay, I don't need fast, I just need something lightweight. It's fine if I mean, I can work with something lightweight. That's what I mean to say. Grapple. Should also hit a restart here. Where's the config? Yeah. Here it is. So you copy and then you paste. Now how I've written grapple is I would use leader G to, should I use leader M? Okay, M should not be, I can use leader G and leader shift G for this, I think so. Then you hit a restart. Yo. And then you can maybe lower RC is something I want to grapple, and then you can hit H and G to go back and forth on the buffers. This is the most. This is insane. I just love the way it works. What did I say? I mean, I love the way this this tool, I love the way grapple works, is just what I mean to say. Okay, mini comment here. I think I can also use mini comment here. And the way mini comment works is you can just do GC to comment your restart. Okay, so maybe if I'm here, it's working. Okay, nice. I think I have a good starting point of my base setup. At least be able to write config the way I want, and it's a single line. It's almost like 200 lines, but it's way more powerful than what you can think of. See, this is insane. And then I can also do LSB disabled, and then you get the CPU cycles back, and your buffer complete still works. Okay. I'm thinking, what do I need now? See, these are all, this is just enough. All you need is these many packages if you really want a good development environment. I think it's okay. Now I should maybe spend some time to set up my terminal. Right. We're done with the neovim config if you think about it. We have something robust. You can extend. You have an LSP working. Just hit vim dot key map, and your buffer completes just works. If your always prioritize buffer completion over LSP completion, because you might have written that word before, you don't have to write it again, and buffer completions are usually faster because your buffer is indexed first. All that. Nice. I think this is an okay point to stop the stream, but yeah, let me just complete the setup so that for the next stream I have something I can work upon. JDTLS, do I really want a Java setup? Nah, I don't. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. But what I have right now is pretty robust. I will see if I can have Java working properly. I'll see to it. If neovim version 12 works well. See, the good thing is we did not rely upon Mason. We did not use LSV config package. We straight up just added some completion plugins. I think you can also remove all of these if you can just use Blink, which is faster. It relies on ARIS to binary internally, but I don't need it. At least for recreational programming, I don't require Rust to be there, although it is like super memory efficient if you think about it. But we will see how it goes. Alright, maybe one thing is what I'm like, it's still bugging me. I can add a function and I can define the list of servers I need. So that lsp.enable, it says, right, I can have local servers. This will be lower ls. So do we need lower ls? And so instead of this, I would pass in servers and servers. Yep. Because let me see if it works. Huh. Okay, so it's maybe tied to what did I do? Wait. I think it's going to accept only one value. I will see how I can make it better. Maybe I can have a function. So local enable servers will be a function that will. Okay, I need LSP to write stuff about LSP. Yo, did I really break it? What is actually wrong here? I did not change anything, did I? Huh. Wait. I remove that. Wait. It was working properly, then I broke it. Oh no, it's broken. What did I do? Let me check. What did I really do? Mini. Why did I add a false there? Oh god. Did I really not notice? It's false at both the places. Stupidity. If it is true, then you have to make it false. If it is false, then you have to make it true. This is what it is about. You know. So, yep, now it worked. Okay, so yeah, what I was thinking is I can write a function which can be local do enable LSPs. Enable LSP, this will be a function. It says I've not used it. This entire function, and so for maybe I can have servers defined. I can have low ls and then maybe go please. So for index, what is this? It's an integer and it's okay. It's the this will go away. Vim dot lsp, let enable value to true. Okay, and I can maybe have another function. Disable LSP. Okay, or maybe, see, this is still duplication. Config, I can call it config LSP. This can have a is enabled, is just pass in is enabled. That is a better way to do it. So it's gonna just IEX. This value is no longer used. And use local. I can. What is it coming? It's saying config LSP. I can turn it to true. Config LSP should be false. Okay, so maybe I can, if it is enabled, can I just minimize this function? The way it is written is so stupid. I have something called as config LSP and I'm passing in is enabled. How do I pass, how do I tell LSP that is enabled is able using docs. Okay, type boolean. Wait. Oh my god, this is. No, I don't want you to do changes, brother. Just hold them. Type boolean, type boolean. In function args, param. Okay, dash param, enable boolean. Alright. So that shit didn't work. Do I need one extra? Yep. Yes. So, okay. What I need to do is, I think I can write a better function here. Client.stop is what it is saying, right? So, okay, maybe I can comment this part. I can say vim.keymap dot set in normal mode. Again, data.tell function. And LSP enabled should be by default set to true. Okay, no, by default that should be false. And vim.g.lsp enabled is equal to not. Okay, so this is why my way of toggling it. And see, now I don't know what's the value of what is the I can now simply check if gv.d.lsp enable, then else end. Then I can say, then I need to take in the value of the servers. So for server appears servers do dot enabled value server true. Let's go. So this is a, I think first it should be low ls and then following. Else if it is not the case, then I will find all of these. Then I think the safest bet is to just close the attached running servers. That's I think a good way of doing it. This is better. This is better, I guess. This is better than this. Okay, so I can say the win dot print. What was it? Notify dot log levels. Enabled and then disabled. I think I should say disabling, disabling disable is what I think should have here. This is a better way to param, or what was it, param? It's not able to, okay, it's type boolean. Yeah, LSP enabled is having a type, not enabled by default. Where the fuck? Okay, I think this should work the way I set it up. This is the, oh, let's see, this is where I define the servers. So I have go please and what does it say? Unexpected symbol near. Okay, did I break the config? Not. Not operator in Lua. Just give me fucking. Do we have a not operator? I'm not sure though. Huh. 160. Okay, LSP. vim.g.lsp enable. Okay. LSP enabled, LSP disabled. Come on. Okay, didn't disable. Oh god, so if you have two LSPs enabled, what will you get? I am... Is my logic correct? I have updated code to toggle. Let's check if it is logically correct. Oh. Eh? Inconsistent indentation in the else block? What are you saying, brother? Was that there? Command edit and then LSP enabled. Okay. Then you have LSP disabled. Okay, so first you disable them and then you stop the... Alright, alright. I was not familiar with your game, Claude. Enabled. Come on, how long does it take to disable it? Okay, it's disabled. Nice, it works. So this should be a pretty... what I can say... It's a decent place where I can maybe stop configuring the lower... configure neovim. Let me commit. I can say a good config for nm with Lua. Nice, this is good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with what I have. Now let's maybe make stuff look pretty. Alright, alright, alright. Then we'll close. Wait, oh shoot. Let's go. I have now neovim properly set up with config. Wait. Do I not have Western config defined here? Okay. Western Okay, so what was I about to do? I have to create my wisdom config. Okay. So how should I do it? How should I do it? First, maybe I can start with fonts. Wisdom cd wisdom wisdom.lower, and then I can have local config return config dot think label top bar. Can I set it to false? Wait. Type bar at bottom. Tab bar at bottom. Okay, it's not loading. Why? Okay. So this should be, I have to first require wisdom, and then this will be wisdom dot config builder. This should have worked, but no, this did not work. Do you have to close wisdom? Okay, what? Error converting lower table. Kitty keyboard enable tab. Did you mean one of? What did I do? Current lower table config from dynamic. Enable tab bar. Enable tab bar. Is it enable tab bar? Okay, it was enable tab bar, but I do need it, but I need them at the bottom. Nice. This is great. At least I got it working. Okay, but this looks like very ugly. How do I make it better? Is I think first would be to config. Okay, will. It's okay if I do not have. LSP working. Window padding. Let's set up window padding. Config dot window. window padding, left 0, right, okay, right, left right 0, top should be 0, and then bottom should also be 0. Okay, let's go. Okay, so use fancy tab bar, should be false. Yep, there you go. It looks better, by the way. Now I have more padding to work with. Hide tab bar if only one tab. Hide tab bar if only one tab. I think this should be true. Nah, this. Okay, hide if only one tab. Only and only. Okay, only. Got it, boy. Got it, boy. Okay, this is insane. Now I have a lot of real estate when I'm like working with code. See, I can also use Tmux here now, but I'm not gonna use Tmux because Western has a multiplexer. Okay, what else do I need? Config.keys should be a key. This should be mods. Should be alt. It will tell you what it is and what it works. Action is western dot action dot show launcher. Let's go. Now, if you have this, I can toggle between my terminal instances pretty nicely. And this just looks good if you're using. It'll tell you. So there is one key binding I can add, which is config for I128 do use a for each loop. Key should be string to string I, and then mods is alt action dot activate tab I-1. Yep. Okay. What did I config.keys. Okay, this is a table. Active action. Come on, yes, this is working. Now, this is actually great. Now I already have terminal multiplexer with me. I can switch in back and forth really fast. See, I'm one screen kind of guy, so I really like it. I don't have much happening on the screen, so but yeah, now we need to make things look like good. So first, I think we need to show the wallpaper of the background. Configure that window dot background opacity should be 1. Alright. So what I will do is config dot window background. Oops. Opacity should be 1. Okay, and then see, I don't have any background here, so do I have anything? Ooh. Pictures, do I have it? Do I have Yazi? Fuck, I thought I did install Yazi. Okay, so see, I have many wallpapers. I'm thinking which one should I go for? Pictures, it's a path to pictures. If I maybe open up terminal here, then I might have PWD's home soul pictures. Alright, yeah, I got it, baby, I got it. Sorry if I'm cringy right now, but see, I'm thinking if I should add it, if I should add a soft link to the config Western crush, Alaska crush. Nope. Add a soft link to pictures here. Insane stuff, baby, insane stuff. Bruh, where the fuck is done symlink pictures created in what the fuck, can't I see it? DRA. Oh, why are you lying? Crush, why the fuck are you lying? Why you lie? You stupid. Those seem like us, come on. Fuck you, man. I use pictures assassination story. This is Cloud Opus 4.5, this legendary level. I mean, it's supposed to have this insane level of inference, but never mind, I'll just add it here. Ellen pictures. Yep, this was this easy to do, Claude. I mean, you should have just done it. There was no reason for you to be this stupid, right? You just added a recursive let it be. I mean, it's not Claude's world. It is just based upon a lot of people who might have done something similar. Anyways, so I have this pictures directory. Now what I need to do is, alright, I don't need this anymore. I have these images. I will use one of these images to have a good wallpaper. Config dot config dir. Okay, config dir, config dir, config dot dir, local config dir is western dot config dir or western dot home dir. All right. Oh, can I give it a relative path? Is like what I'm trying to think of. Config dot background. So if I could type config dot background, and then source should be file, and then maybe I could choose one. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. It worked. Hell yeah. Okay, wait. It's path completion, so okay. Did it work as well? Nice. Let's go. We finally have upgrade anime background, anime waifu background. Can I go with 3? What is 3 about? No, it's not PNG. Is it a ping file? Let's fucking go. Now I know the audience which will be here for me. Let's fucking go. Let's go. This is what I was looking for. This is peak Linux development, by the way. What do I have here? Yeah, nice. Super nice. 05. Okay, this is what I already have as my background also. Ping. What do you have here? Okay, you don't have. GB4, GB5, GB1, maybe GB2 looks fine. GB2 looks fine. Let's go GB2 for the time being. Okay, so now we have a transparent background, but neovim is not transparent. And I think I need some maybe saturation or hue. So source and HSB should be hue will be 1.0. Saturation should be 1.0 as well, and then write 0.2. Okay, I think I missed a value somewhere. Yep. No, this is fine. Now this bottom bar is, I think, what should also be thinking about. Config dot. Okay, config dot colors tab bar, background, RGBA, inactive tab, BG, inactive tab, and then BG. And then FG color should be hash 808080. Okay, what does it do? What does it do? Did it? Fuck. Again, a syntax error. Expected to close. What did I not close? Okay. Okay, nice. See, this is transparent now. Now, inactive tab was this. I need to set for active tab. Active tab should be, maybe it should have 4. Yep. Active tab and then new tab should be .2. Okay, this should be 808080. 9J. Come on. Is it transparent? I think it is. It is. Let's go. Let's go. Now we have something decent to work with. Okay, the fact that neovim is not transparent gives me okay. I don't need crush here. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I have made. Good stuff. Okay, and if you see Willet, how does this how will soft links work? I mean, if I change anything on the anyways, let's first fix other stuff. It's fine. If nobody's watching at the moment, I mean, it's just life. Life is just who it is sometimes. CD config. Okay, lower. Wait. FFF, I did not try, by the way. There is one piece of config I can add to make a transparent background. Checking that. Where did it go? Yep, this thing here. This will truly make neovim transparent. Restart. Hell yeah, let's go. Now not only we have a transparent version of neovim, it works well with the color scheme. Industry. Nah. This is insane. Now we have everything. Okay, I think I can also add maybe vague as a good color scheme, but before that I would want to have some fonts. Config Western. Okay, config Western and Vim. Go with Lua. All right. Change it to 3, and I think it's a ping file. Hehehe. This is the perfect corner weight for somebody. I mean, Linux users are so. I mean, that's why you need wallpapers, right? Okay, see, I think I did set up vague, but am I installing vague here? Is this? Oh no, this is not my vague. I did not install vague in my actual config though. Let me add that. So you're supposed to add that at the top. At the top. My accent is fucked. Why? Because I'm Indian. That's why. Okay. Require vague. Local. See, even this works pretty well. I mean, let me first have vague. Oh, nice. This is insane. This already looks way much better. Right. See, although you might be thinking that it is. Let me go to Western config. You can. Okay, maybe increase some brightness here. What if I had 001? Oh no. I need at least 8. Huh. This is fine. This is actually fine. The fact that I am on Kali makes this 10 times better. Okay. See, there is indentation at the bottom. Maybe I need another font. What font is actually the fastest? Hack. Okay, Fera code is also good. If you think about it, Fera is nice, but maybe I should go with Fera. Okay, so let me add config.font to be Western dot Fera code nerd font mono. then stretch should be expanded. Let me see if it works, because I do have fire code. Okay, it says like I don't have it. What all fonts do I got? Fire code medium. Fire code. Okay, so they're not. Can I decrease the padding? If I could, I will save some space here. Maybe I can move that at the top, because I don't have much use false. Okay, this is better because I have more space to work with. Nice. Code. Okay. We started at a very difficult place where we did not have anything, and now we do have a lot of stuff. Okay, so do I need to get in it? Indent? What was it? Indent? What the fuck? What? Oh. Let me remove this. It's annoying. It takes you 4 fucking hours to set up a good configuration for yourself. Insane stuff. This is the modern way of writing software. Now. Also, I think I can move this at the bottom, so just for it to look more Linuxy or more Windowsy. Or maybe I can hide it completely. I'm not sure, but yeah. If I could have Rofi, that would be great. But see, I don't need this here. I don't read this. No. Let's keep it how it is already. But there it is. There you have a really good config on your machine. You can write Python code. You can write whatever the you want to write. Okay, now this is a good starting point, good stopping point, I guess. Install now. Nala is a great tool, by the way. It will help you. It's a wrapper, I guess, around. Now I install JQ, so it's gonna. JQ should just say nothing for Nala to do. It's a wrapper around. I want to have a simple neovim.zish or C. So you have okay, 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 I will close it. Go mod init soul killer. Test 00 main.go. Do I have go package main func main? I don't have go please installed. Do I have it? No, I don't have it. How do I get go please? Go please, the language server of Go. Let's go. Go install. This is how you should install packages. I mean, insane. Add a verbose flag so you see what is happening. I just want to test my setup with wait. Okay, maybe I added something I should not have added. Dot no symbol. Wait. Okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Okay, I did not add any configuration for Go, please. That's why it doesn't work. So I have to search here for Go, please.lua. Yes, 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 yes. Nice. Okay, so this is what you do. You copy the exact same config. You copy stuff and then you keep it with you. Config. Okay, cd config. I just don't want to install any other packages. That's why I just okay, so this is for Lua ls and function identify go dir. Where is the call where you have this is defined as a module though, but I don't want to have modules defined. I would rather have go please, Lua. This config is deprecated. Use the configs and LSP instead. Okay, go please. Okay. So this is what it is saying, but it returns me. It returns me a. Okay, so okay. So there is this function which is get root dir, and then there is a return statement. Is like what I am worried about though. Identify go dir, get std left dir, and then get mod cache dir, get root dir, then what? And then you do this. Can I define? Can I not just add just like how I added for LSP configure? Let me try with Crush. Just like I added config for. Wait, why is it not? Is there something wrong with the? Just like I added config for Lua ls, add config for go, please, go please, yes. This is what I want. Vim dot, okay. Is that it? Holy moly, man. This is nice. This is actually nice. And why is my CPU usage so high? What the fuck is happening? Why is it so high? What? Is it because of Go Please? I'm not sure. Because if it is, I'm fucked. Maybe it is. Added Go Please config. Okay, maybe I'll retry this time. Let's see. Okay, see, I don't have any CPU spikes here. Okay, if I try to enable it, see, my spikes go to CPU usage 100%. What the f is this? Really? 96, 98, 100? Is this really how software should be? That is, my CPU usage stays around this much. Insane stuff. Now this makes this laptop officially unusable if you think about it. Okay, drop down for some reason. Why? What? Why did it? Huh. Okay, wait, what? What happened here? What happened here? Was Go trying to index something? Maybe it was. Huh. Anyways, I think this should be fine. We have 4i 0. What is it? 20 I plus plus fnd dot println God. Okay. This is great. This is actually great. मत उठाना. Wait. Okay, that's it. Let's stop this. I'll see you guys next stream.